more questions are asked, the better feel you can get for whether or not somebody can or cannot set what they've heard or read aside. I think in with today's media and the coverage that we have, it's unrealistic to think that jurors are not going to see something. Or maybe not all of them, but I know there was a case one time where the judge would not let anybody who read anything about the case, heard anything about it, sit. And that was in a jurisdiction where a small jurisdiction, 8,000 people, where the defendant went in and shot a judge while he sat on the bench. And the jurors that heard that case were people who had been out in the woods, literally, and had not seen anything, and that's not a good juror. So I think that the more questions you can ask, the better you are, but I do believe that I think you can get fair and impartial jurors, and I think most, or maybe not all jurors, but the great majority of them do set aside what they've heard or read. And I think we have to be very careful not to let them hear or see anything during the course of a trial, but sometimes that happens.
Hal?
I think that in a really highly publicized case, it's essential that you have individual voir dire in camera, outside the presence of other jurors. And, Andrew, you're not going to like this, but I don't think that that kind of individual voir dire ought to be open to the press, because I think it inhibits the candor of a lot of jurors who are worried about what's going to be reported about them personally. I also think, and Judge Maitch in the Oklahoma City bombing trials is an exemplar of this, that some of the best voir dire about the effects of media on juror attitudes come from the judge, not from the defense lawyers, the prosecutors who are correctly considered to have an attitude. And Judge Maitch in Oak City not only conducted most of the voir dire on what people had heard and what effect they had had, but he had a specific voir dire about news commentators, and specifically talking head commentators. And he instructed the jurors, each and every one of them individually, in individual voir dire, that they are notoriously inaccurate, biased, and paid for their opinions and not the truth. And he also gave an instruction on that verbally, as you know, because you covered that during the death penalty phase of that case. And I think that the moral authority of a judge talking about that carries a lot more weight than our intuitive judgments and our voir dire.